Hello guys, welcome to our channel once again. Like literally, I'm really for not coming up yesterday. I said the live for yesterday, but we couldn't make it. So I apologize to those that were ready for us to do it yesterday. But don't worry, we still have the same stuff for you guys today. So, firstly, I wanted to play a video about this prophetess that's been going around. I'm gonna play clips of what she said, and we're gonna discuss about it.
Okay. To today, this is going to be a live prophecy. It's going to be pertaining to love and marriage, Huntsville. I have been a consultant, religious, spiritual consultant, business consultant, personal consultant, strategist on all of those things for a couple of the people on there. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's going to be conversation about Destiny coming back to the show. There's going to be conversation about her coming back to the show. There is a female that is in charge, and there is going to be a new dynamic when it comes to one of the main cast members, and something is going to be coming back towards this person pertaining to their love life. So there is going to be some sort of betrayal from the network to one of the main cast members pertaining to love situations, them possibly bringing somebody on the show that they promised that wouldn't be on the show, or them bringing somebody onto the cast that they promised wouldn't be on the show, in a roundabout way. I also feel like they're going to tell this person that their storyline is not evolving. And because their storyline is not evolving and we're not seeing them really put themselves in a position to show who it is that they're in a relationship with, then it's going to be a lot of stress. And then we have to ask ourselves, how many of these relationships are really real that people speak about on social media? Because some people are not really having authentic, genuine relationships. They are playing with the viewership and making people think that they have positive relationships, and that is not the case. However, there will be a betrayal.
So, literally, I did you hear that living for your girl? Did you get what she said in the audio?
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
So
I felt like she was talking about Melody.
exactly, she was literally talking about Melody.
Mhm.
What me I wanted to say is that this lady, I was like, what is going on? Because this lady said she said she was close to Melody.
Mhm.
She's close to Melody, and you had a prophecy or a revelation about Melody, and the only thing you thought about was that you wanted to come on national on Instagram and talk about it. Because I know that, because I'm a very spiritual person and I believe in revelations and prophecies, but I believe that if you have, as a friend of mine, you say you have a revelation about me or you have a prophecy about me, you should tell me, especially if it is negative. You should come to me personally and say, I saw this thing about you and I feel this certain way. Because prophecies and revelations are meant to avert the danger at front. It's for you to be cautious of what you're doing in the future, so as to not allow those things that was said or was seen to happen. But the fact that you came just because you wanted to be popular, or you wanted clouds, you wanted Instagram followers or whatsoever, you wanted your name to be out there on social media, or you wanted your name to be, called or talked about, you decided that, okay, I'm a friend of Mel, but I saw this thing about her, but I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to come up here and talk about it. It was giving, there's a manipulation going on. It was given that Carlos is in this, because there were a lot of things she said in this life which I did not actually want. I'm so pissed about. She said a lot of things, and that life she talked about Martell, and talking about their finances, and some of them were looking like as if Carlos was there manipulating her to say it, and some of them were like Martell was there twisting her to say it. Because you can't tell me you had a prophecy about me negatively and you're my friend. and you
Right.
are going on Instagram, the first place you thought of was to say I'm on Instagram. And where I felt like she was crazy was when she said, "Oh, my prophecies are standard, they come to pass." And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You can literally fight against what a negative prophecy or negative revelation. So for her to do that to someone that you call a friend, man, I don't know how desperate these people are to make Melody frustrated. I don't know what you feel about this whole situation.
I don't know. I think Mel needs to like watch her circle seriously. You know, I kind of feed everybody with a long hand spoon. You know, like give me 50 feet for real. You know, because it's like if you have all this knowledge about somebody, you know, and then you having premonitions about them as well, you know, like alert me. I need to be in that loop. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's pertaining to
Exactly.
me, you know. So I would say to Mel, watch your circle, you know, watch your circle, kind of stand back, see who's real, you know, because you know you got a lot of people who are going to be all up on you because of your status. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Where I believe that she was just talking gibberish was when she said that she actually would see that Marsau and Marsau and Latisha was going to get divorced. I was like, oh, that's a pure lie, because I know that instead of Latisha to get divorced from Marsau, she'd rather leave the show than get divorced from Marsau. She said a lot of things, but I want to pick most of them. The fact she also talked about the fact that Martell wants to bring that they would, the way she said it, like prophecy, that they would literally bring in Martell and his girls, like the women in his life, aka Arionne, is
Right.
going to be brought into the show. That was what she prophesied. That a lot of people have been saying that, like they have been saying the story is still, especially from Melody, that she's not bringing a lot. And I'm like, are they waiting for her to go? Because we remember season one, season two, when her and Martell were going back and forth because of the divorce, fighting a lot of times. Yes, we know that the viewership was, on the high. And I feel like they want to take it back to that extent, that they want Melody to be annoyed, the Melody should be triggered for her to react, because they've realized that Melody's reactions, Melody's anger literally brings viewers to the show. And now that she has decided to maintain peace in her life, they decided that no, that's not what we want. Because why would you be saying that you might want to bring Arion back on, to bring Arion on the show?
Right. Right.
It
You know,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, well, that's just to probably keep the ratings up, build that storyline up for Mel, because you know they want to see exactly how Mel's gonna react. You know, and believe me, Mel's probably gonna be like, you know what, I don't care. You know, it's over. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna get the reaction that they want. You know, because she's trying to cut all ties peacefully, you know, and now I understand the reason why, because, you know, I didn't realize that Martell is the way he is, you know. I've been hearing things, you know, uh, about how he's so controlling and a narcissist, and like, what woman really wants to deal with that in 2023? You know what I'm saying? And when a person leaves you, you don't show up on their doorstep in the middle of the night and harassing, and you know, especially if you're trying to get somebody back. That is not a way to do it. You know, mess around and get a restraining order.
Exactly. And if it's literally true that Carlos is literally trying to bring Arionne and the rest, I feel like he should be fired because you literally watch this man on air admitted that he tried to blackmail Melody with a sex tape, and you know about it and you kept it.
Right.
It's like it doesn't make sense for me
Yeah.
because why would you know of somebody threatening to release a sex tape of someone, and these people are on the show we had, then you want to bring in all the parties involved in the scam to literally release the video in the same environment. Like, what are you thinking? Like, it's given they should be sued. It's given they should be arrested. Because on a norm, it's cause for a police case because that is pure blackmail.
Yeah, that is. And then also the fact that, I've been hearing that, he had recently, like maybe a month or two, went to jail because of spousal abuse. Was that with Arionne? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And has he been doing that to Mel? Maybe that's why Mel's like a little leery and want to make sure that, she doesn't get a big rise in him, because I noticed his temperature, his temper is really like, when they went on their little couples trips and him and Mel wasn't really getting along, and he was like, like all up on her and all up on the guys. And I'm like, wow, really, bro? Like, seriously, control yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you plan on getting married anytime soon, control yourself, because putting your hands on a woman, that is not it. You know?
Yeah.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Melissa Energy. Hi.
How
Hey,
you doing? Unfiltered. This is my first time seeing your live. So, and I appreciate you doing the StreamYard and having people to come up and talk with you. Was you just saying something? Because I didn't hear you. I apologize.
No, I was saying hi to you.
Thank you. How you doing? So
Fine.
Martell is barbaric. Okay. So like I'm from New York, and I see a lot of guys like that. That's around, like, like that has his, like, personality type, as far as, like, being like controlling and abusive. But his is on another level. It's kind of like, like his spouse is like enslaved. Like those Alabama guys have like that enslaved mentality to me. Like they have like this upholding of oppression, like, the women movement never took place, and that they still upholding those values with the women being home barefoot, pregnant, ignorant, and at the mercy of the man, regardless of how terrible they are.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really sad to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, looking on the outside, he looked like he could be an all right dude. He needs to just tweak some stuff. But everything that I'm hearing is like, brother, you need therapy.
And it's not just him. Like for Carlos King and the OWN network to actually do that, like to have it on TV, to like make it normalized, is incredible to me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I like, if it was like, of another race, it would have been snatched off the TV. Like to make that seem like that's normal in the Black community is kind of like,
It's exploiting.
I'm sorry, it's exploiting, yeah, exploiting the oppressed Black women.
Yeah.
Like that's what, like, Carlos King to me is like, I guess what you would say, like an Uncle Tom or something like that. Like he's still promoting, like, oppression of like the Black community through, along the lines of like, the women movement never took place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have freedom, but we really don't with
Yeah,
his shows.
yeah, but you know what? I kind of blame the women also, because for one, you're not supposed to let no man take your power. You know what I'm saying?
But look at the women mothers. I mean, Kimmi. I'm disappointed in her. But look at Tisha's mother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Well,
she
you know
raised
what?
Tisha to be like that.
It doesn't even matter
You're
who
right.
raised you.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you let any man on God's green earth
Mm-hmm.
drag you.
And
You know,
especially you're supposed to be educated. That's why I don't believe that she's educated.
well, you know what? And I understand getting in a relationship where, you know, he may strike or yell or scream, hit the wall. You know, okay, I've been through all that. You know what I'm saying? But at what point do you get mad and say enough is enough? I'm not dealing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Correct.
uh,
E-
look, you
Especially
stop
the
me.
financial
No,
exploitation, you
look,
know?
I'm like this. You stop. You call yourself stalking me? I got all day, all night to stalk you right back, and you ain't gonna like my stalking. See what I'm saying?
I'm
Crazy recognizes crazy. Quit being timid little women, you know, with the cute makeup and everything. You can still be cute and everything, but
mm-hmm,
you're taking somebody's bull crap.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm,
know,
mm-hmm,
think about your kids, your daughter
mm-hmm.
is
She's raising the
learning,
kids to be
your
like that.
daughter's learning that
Exactly,
behavior.
yeah.
Your daughter's learning that behavior. Your
Because they don't
sons are
they
learning to
yeah,
be
yeah.
exactly like
Mm-hmm.
him.
Yeah, she's actually crippling them and leaving them out to be victims in their early adulthood until they learn for
Exactly.
themselves that that's unacceptable behavior.
Exactly. Because believe me, I've raised 3 strong Black women.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? They not
Oh
about
my,
to take nothing. You
I
know?
don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm hearing not to move it, not to switch topics, but Chris from our Potomac, Chris and Monique, Chris is from Alabama as well, and he has those same ideologies and values as the men on Alabama. I
Wow.
mean the one Love and Marriage Huntsville.
So is
Like
he
they all
stocking
are from
on you?
Alabama, so I'm thinking it's like an Alabama mindset or a Southern mindset because look at you know what's the other one the other show that he has that's down in Mississippi.
I don't know.
Never married DC.
Say it again. Not no
Was it
not DC. Mississippi. What's the one the Bell
okay?
Collective.
Bell
Bell Collective.
Collective.
How the man snatched her up and like you know like straight like you know did what he did to her because I didn't see it but I heard about it and it was alarming you
Wow.
know that happened on camera you know
Wow.
and
Yeah.
it's like Carlos King is very oppressive he promotes Black women oppression.
Mm. Yeah, but that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, you
And then
snatch me, I'ma
when
snatch you
look what
back.
he's doing to Melody where she fights back. He's actually like he is like Melody and her mother against a whole network
Mm.
just because she's fighting back.
Wow. Well, I don't know what
Sorry.
to say. F a reality TV show because my life is not a reality TV show. I'm not gonna let you mistreat me, talk to me crazy, be up in my face, be all up in my business, especially if we ain't together. You know, it don't work. I don't care how many kids I have from you. I'm not playing. When it's over, it's over. I take back my last name, which I have done before. It's over. Look, I hate to
I'm
say
put
it. I hate to say
mm-hmm.
it, but look, my last ex, he wanted to play all that stuff, come knocking on the door at 5 a.m, knocking on the window, scaring me and the kids half to death. Baby, if I said I grabbed something and dealt with him, and every time he came over, I dealt with him. I didn't call the police. I am the police. You see what I'm saying? Because by the time the police get there, hey, we're going to be done tow this whole house up because I'm at that point where I'm not about to take that crap. You know, and once a person see and they see it in your eyes and in your actions, believe me, that you're the last person they're going to want to mess with.
But you got to think about it like this as well. Like, look at how Martell is handling, like how much Melody has to climb and go through. Like, it seems like Martell has like you know some type of like he brought her into his world, into his town, And like, you know, he lined her up the way he lined her up with, you know, in that town, and knowing the people, and everybody turn their back on her and give her this hard way to go. And like, you know, it's like her having Sugar Mama, her coming on the show is what gave her the tools and the strength to climb out of it.
Right. I mean,
so I'm thinking about, like, you know, like the Scott brothers and everything, and how it's like, how is Kimmi, like, you know, how did Kimmi flip the way she did, and how is she being puppeteered the way she is, and being silenced and accepting this do nothing, low life, you know, criminal junkie to control her.
First off, you never let a man try and build you. You build yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing no man on this earth can ever do for me that I can't do for myself if I want it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like a person to buy you something, and they keep saying, well, you know, I spent this such and such on you. I did. But you know what I'm saying? Who wants that? Be independent. You know, even if it's something that you need and you want, you know, and you can't get it, then you wait till you can get it. Be independent. Quit relying on these dudes, you know, and even with the relationship, you know, I know it's supposed to be, you know, 50-50 or 100, you know, and 90 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, relationships are supposed to be 50-50, but some of them are 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
I want 100.
Always have me 100%.
Exactly.
You know, I don't care if your little trinkets don't impress me, because baby, believe me, I could buy my own diamond rings, I could buy my own car, I could buy my own house, I could buy my own brand new furniture. Ain't nothing that I can't do for me. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're 100% right. But you know, I can't even begin to understand.
Even in a marriage.
Yeah.
You know, even in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't nothing you can buy. I'm not for sale.
Right. Because when they buy you stuff, it comes at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Especially when they have ulterior motives, you know?
You know, so I don't
That's
know.
crazy. But what I heard with the show is that now so far, like I'm listening to these social media, you know, dropping information, what they know, everything like that, the little prophets, whatever, and putting two and two together, like putting the puzzle pieces together. And so far, what I gathered was that Arionne is filming. You know, when last week when they was on the boat and everything, she's filming with Martell at the on the boat and at the wedding. That's why they got all those photo shoots. And that when they was down on the boat, that it just happened. I think that Wanda was down there too. Like, you know, say like they was like, look at the irony that Wanda was down there. Like everybody's on vacation or whatever at that time, and that, you know, Arionne is coming on the show, and all Carlos King is talking about is, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta. So my thing is like, since all he's talking about is Atlanta and he broke his promise to Melody, I think that everybody should flip the switch and start watching Atlanta, give them Love and Marriage Huntsville views, and like just cut all of what, don't watch none of own shows. Like, because I hold OWN just as responsible for the bull crap and apple as Carlos King.
Right.
Like, I've been stopped watching the shows, but I stopped watching, like, you know, just Love and Marriage Huntsville. I delete the app. I'm done with it. I'll just watch the reviews on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm done with them because I believe that that's exactly what happened. Like, why would they bring her on? Nobody wants to hear how to be a side chick. Like, all he does is promote negativity on all his shows. It's all negative. Nothing is inspirational. Nothing is food for the soul. Nothing is to move, is to, like, you know, move the movement forward. It's like, it's actually like, you know, a regression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nothing to elevate you.
Nothing. It just, and it's exhausting to have to watch him so much and watch what he's doing, to see the promotion and, you know, the elevation of Black, you know, black success, nothing. Like he did
Right.
everything backwards. The whole cast is straight criminals, except for Melody, and the fact that Melody is the only legit one that's on the whole cast. She's the only one that makes the show legit.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Exactly. She's the only one on the show that like draws the crowd. And I feel like that is why they are targeting her to make her annoying, because I think they don't like this peace that she has. They don't like the tranquility that she has. They don't like that she's like, this is, she's just been like, okay, if there's too much trouble, she just stands up and be like, I'm not here for this, and she leaves instead of being in arguments or quarrels. So I think they're trying to just make her pissed off. They're trying to make her react, because her reactions brings a lot of viewers to the show. Everybody wants to see, oh, what is making Melody react? What is making Melody get a pissed off? What is making Melody get annoyed?
right.
So they know that her reaction makes people want to watch the show, and the fact is that they want to exploit that is really, really so as it pissed me off when I saw
Yeah, it's
this.
malicious.
When I
It's
saw this picture going around social media this week, I was like, what the hell was this? Like, what are they trying to? He went with her to a wedding. So what is there? Like, this lady Arionne is very delusional. I said it on Talk with Lena's Life earlier on. I said this lady is delusional, that she thinks that she is the show. Arionne thinks that she is the one that is literally bringing the crowd. She thinks that she's the one that is making Love and Marriage what it is. And
She
she
hasn't been
thinks
on the
that,
show.
okay, being there, I will be a very popular person than Melody. She wants to be in competition with Melody. And she doesn't know that her delusions has not told her that that is not it. Everybody likes Melody because they like Melody. Anybody that comes to the show and loves Melody and falls in love with Melody fell in love with her because they loved her, because she was authentic. She was her natural self. But you think that you came as an ex that was troublesome. You were not even an ex that was even calm, cool-headed, or sympathetic or apologetic, that you didn't know that he was married. You are an ex that we know that you're troublesome, you are problematic, you are as evil as Martell. That's why you accommodate him. And you want to come on the show thinking that we would all love that. And the fact that Carlos thinks that bringing her is such a massive idea and that we would love it. I don't understand how he's thinking that we're gonna love it, because I wouldn't love it.
I think
I
he knows that this show is going to be over with, and now he's just going to take that L and like kill the show by bringing her on and just to crush Melody, like that fake friendship, because he always keeps saying we're friends. You're not friends, you're her enemy.
Mm.
Exactly. That loses me every time on the reunion. Oh, Melody is my favorite person. He's trying to like tap into the Melody, is not coming for him. Then you call Melody your favorite person, when you go at her back. Did you hear the fact? I don't know whether you guys heard about this. That he literally came outside and said that the phone hacking was a scam.
Yeah, I heard that whack stuff.
Well, he
I said, and then it didn't make no
Yeah,
sense because he said it was a scam. Then he said it was a bot. Which one was it? A scam or a bot? Let's make sense here.
mm. You know,
it came out. The fact is that how you supported her on the reunion. So why are you coming out here saying that it was a scam, it was a bot? And I'm like, explain yourself. And he was trying to use Andy from the Real Housewife from Bravo, saying that Andy has complained that most of the housewives shows have complained about the same thing. I'm like, really? What is your problem? I feel like he realized that, man, I have fucked up. He literally hyped up Martell that he was going to be the new face of Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was going to bring in the bomb. The ratings were going to go so high. Everybody was going to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. And he thought that with that, it was going to translate, it was going to transfer into Love and Marriage Huntsville, since Atlanta people would fall in love with him. And they would also want to watch him on Real Housewives Love and Marriage Huntsville, which was an epic failure, because even the fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta literally didn't like Martell. that day the social media was buzzing. Everybody didn't like Martell on the show, and now he came, found out that okay, this was a bust. Now he didn't get the glory he thought he was going to get, and I feel like that is why he's struggling. He's trying to make things like he's just trying, which I feel like. But do you think, before I go on, but do you think with all these things happening, do you think Melody will still want to be on the show?
I,
No, if she wasn't in the contract, I think she'll run.
you know, if I
Well,
was Melody, I play along with it. Offer me more money. You know, offer me more money, and you want to see some reaction. I'm gonna give you some reaction. You know, let me and Arionne have a sit down. Then let me, Arionne and Martell have a sit down. You know, because I'm woman enough to take that role. You know what I'm saying?
well,
I
but
think that. Go ahead.
no, you can go on. No, you can go on, man.
I don't think that I wouldn't do a sit down with Arionne or Martell because they believe their own bull crap. So even if you was to corner them with facts and questions, they would try to give word salad. If you ask them to like keep it succinct in their response with short responses, as in yes, no questions, close end questions, they would like it would not work out well. I don't believe they'll be able to answer truthfully.
Right. I
I don't
mean,
think I think it wouldn't even work because Melody gave Martell too many chances to believe that he would be honest in a sit down.
right.
It wouldn't be worth it. I think to just chalk it up and throw it away. It's over with.
Well, yeah, I mean, all the cards are on the table now. So why not just go ahead and tell the truth? You know what I'm saying?
You see how he answered Queen Sheba?
Well, yeah,
And then when then he was surprised. Oh, you read the documents?
yeah, he
Yes.
evades a
It
lot.
was crazy.
I notice he evades a lot of stuff, and he kind of like thinks before.
Yeah, he does word salad. And you're like, well, let's get back to the original, to the original question. Sorry, that's my background.
Right. Yeah, I seen that interview.
Yeah, and it's like it's exhausting. It draws on your energy, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he seems like an energy sucker. Like he goes around sucking up all female energy. You know what I'm saying?
And then he want a man to protect him and to take care of him at the same time.
A man.
That's what he told Queen Sheba. That's what he said.
He wants a man.
Yeah, she said, what would be like your ideal relationship? He said, well, I would want a man. And I was like, what? Yeah, watch that interview again.
Oh God, yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to watch that again.
Crazy. He's nuts.
I didn't hear that, but wow, if that really did come out of his mouth, like, okay, which way is you swinging, bro? You know,
Why? Look at Carlos King crying. Why do you think he crying over him on the reunion? That was too much.
So you thinking Carlos kind of like Martell?
I think Martell is for everybody.
Oh God, not only the streets, not only the streets, huh?
In my opinion.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Well, that put a big twist on things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that explains them tight suits.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep
the
on talking
tight
about the
suit.
suits. I'm gonna keep on talking about the suits until he put more material in it.
He only has two suits: the white one, the white penguin one, and the doodle brown UPS one. He only has two. He only has two suits.
Oh God.
Oh, oh, no, I know you mentioned about Monique earlier. Oh, I don't know. Okay, did you guys hear about her applying for divorce? Her like going for a divorce from her husband.
Right.
And the fact, I remember this thing came out earlier on, I think, was it last year, when before they started the new season of Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah.
When it was speculating that she was not going to be amongst the cast for the new season, and people were like, probably because of the way her marriage was portrayed, how problematic her marriage was on the season one, and she was like, she came out, debunked the news. Her and her husband even did a live together, sat down and was like, "Oh, haters are gonna hate it. We're still together. We still love each other. Blah 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 blah." And I'm like, from there to now, you applied for divorce. Why didn't you just come out there? Why don't you just come then and say, I literally want a divorce? Because I've watched the season one of Love and Marriage from episode one to the end, and that marriage was literally dysfunctional. Like, it's, you could know that there is no much love in that marriage. They had a lot of underground issues. They had a lot of problems that they were not dealing with, like problems that they didn't really, you know, try to find solutions for. And when they said they were divorced, when the rumors came out that they were applying, when people announced that they were, a close friend of theirs said we're going to get divorced, I wasn't surprised. But when she came outside and like debunked the news and said, "Oh, people are just want to see her marriage fail, blah blah blah." So okay. So I was literally surprised when it came out again this week that she applied for a divorce. That's since the 8th of April. I'm like, why didn't you just say it then? Why did you stretch it until now and deceive yourself? Because not me.
Well,
And
you know what?
still, like you
Go
said,
ahead. Go ahead.
and deceive yourself till now. Like, if you want to get a divorce, come outside and say, I want to get. Nobody's gonna beat you up.
No, you know it's
Nobody.
gonna beat her up. You know it's gonna beat her up if she don't go ahead and wait that divorce out, that prenup, because she'd have short changed herself. She wouldn't have got the full, whatever percent that she was entitled to. She had to wait out that prenup. The only one that deceived themselves was Chris. Chris was the one that deceived himself by believing that his behavior was digestible for her.
Mm.
I think she really loved him. I really think that she was, in favor of the marriage. But I think that his beliefs and his values was like, not it couldn't mesh with hers because she's from Jersey, she from the East Coast, and he from the deep south of Alabama. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, or maybe she was just trying to get herself in position with her own job, her own podcast doing well. You know, maybe she's trying to get all her ducks in a row, like some women do, before they know. Because, like when they were on that show, Potomac, I could tell something was off with them. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I didn't see genuine, like, affection. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
smile and hug for the camera, but as soon as they out of here, bro, like you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like, it was just all off. And then once they did the DC, it became more evident that they were on a rocky relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I think it
Especially when
became
they had that little dinner party at the beginning when they first started on DC, and he told her to sit down and shut up or something.
I think
But
it became transactional when they was on Potomac.
yeah, that was after Potomac.
Yeah, I think Potomac is when it became transactional. That's when
Right,
she started lining her ducks up.
right.
That she started putting everything in order, and she had to consult, the divorce attorney, review the prenup, know that there's a 10-year mark, and it was closer, than what it was close. So
Yeah,
she had to wait that out. I think that this made the 10-year mark, and that's when as soon as that 10-year mark came, it was the countdown before she had, matter of time before she submitted her divorce papers. I think she been checked out.
yeah. But you know what? Like seriously, like I'm not all about somebody else's money. I'm about my own. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If I'm done and if we're not getting along and there's no more love, I don't care what you got. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm
white
saying?
women do it all the time, and you know, it became transactional, it became like a business arrangement for her. She had to look at it through them lens to come out with the best bang for her buck. You know,
Yeah, but you know, I don't have time in my life for all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gold digger. I don't want a man because he got something, because I got my own. You know what I'm saying? And I make my own rules. I don't need you to tell me what to do, what to wear, how to talk.
I
You know
think
what I'm
that
saying?
if he didn't have nothing, then yeah. But being that there is something there, you know, you gotta, like, when you leaving a job or if you want to retire, you still gotta line everything up. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what she did. She looked at it as a business arrangement, transactional. I don't blame her. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, we the black women are, you know, a double minority. You know what I'm saying? So
Look, baby, I left the first marriage with nothing but my last name back and my kids. Okay.
mhm.
I left the house, the boat, the car, the truck. I left it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that.
And she got the kids. You know what I'm saying? So it would have impacted her standard of living. You know,
Yeah. You know, I want nothing from a
her
person.
reputation.
You
You
know
know
what
what I'm
I'm saying?
saying?
If I can't have your heart and your love, I sure don't want your money. You know what I'm saying? Because dirty money spends fast.
Ah, well, I actually wish I were in a divorce because watching the
I do
marriage on
too.
Love and Marriage this year, watching the marriage on Love and Marriage this year, I knew that this is not the marriage I wish for myself. Because even herself, she has control issues. We watched it, she wanted to literally control everything that was going on. So I felt like it's time for them. Like it was evident that in DC there was I don't know. I wasn't seeing anything in the marriage between Monique and her husband Chris. I wasn't seeing anything. I just felt like, okay, they're just here to act a reality TV show for us. Nothing else. It
Yeah.
was literally bland.
Yeah, it was always tense.
Yeah.
You know?
When I looked at the significant size difference in the two, I was like, she is too small for him.
But she
Yeah.
commands a lot. She didn't look at the body size. She has power of her own.
Hmm.
When you watch DCU, you realize that she has a power of her own. She didn't back down for anybody,
Most
especially
small
not for
people
him.
don't, right?
Right. You know,
She she
that's
didn't
part of
back
not
down for him
yeah, that's part of
at
not letting
all.
somebody take your power. You know,
She
when
didn't
you
back
get into
down.
a relationship, you're not supposed to lose yourself. You know, it's always important to keep who you are and be real to yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're dating, you're engaged, you're married, whatever, be true to yourself.
I think that's what she was doing. I think that's why she did what she did.
Yeah, but see, I would have did it differently. I would have got those because I don't need nothing.
So do you think Melody staying with Martell doing all the cheating and stuff, you think she was being true to herself?
I think she was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because you know all those empty promises of I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna leave her alone. That ain't true. You know, she went through all of those empty promises from him. You know what I'm saying?
Do
And
you
she
think she was being true
honestly
to herself?
believed him. She honestly believed him. You know,
Yeah.
it's like who would have known? Who would have laid down with somebody knowing that y'all gonna have a baby like right around each other? That means you was dipping and dabbing in that, and then you was coming home dipping and dabbing in me. See, I'll hurt you for something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll hurt you, and I'm gonna do the time.
I think that Monique saw the writing on the wall, whereas Melody was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think that they both was being true to themselves. You know, I
Yeah,
think
but
that
see, you know,
Melody should have left his, never had married him.
yeah, but once it's over, you know, move on, go on.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to get nothing out of you. If you want to help your kids, fine. If you don't, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But don't come thinking that you're going to try and control me outside of the marriage when the marriage is dissolved. That's not happening.
Right. Well, Tony to hear that part.
Yeah. So I've always been my own boss.
Right.
And some men can take it and some men can't. And the ones that can't, hey, I don't see them anymore. And the ones that did stayed around. Because I'm not changing. I'm not going to change who I am to accommodate somebody else.
The fragile ego, right?
Yeah, no, I can't do that, because then I'm being untrue to myself. Then I'm gonna make myself miserable while I'm making you happy.
And I think that's where Monique was coming from, that perspective. Like, I am not happy. And, she had to, make sure she set herself up before she left.
Right.
That's why I don't knock Monique. I don't knock Melody. I say, what I'm saying, more power to women.
Not at all.
That could, free themselves of, men like that,
I'm not living in their lives. I'm not, a part of their lives, but I can imagine some of the stuff that they've gone through. You hear you got a narcissist, and then you got this big old ex-football player that could just crush you like an ant. You know what I'm saying? So I understand their position, but what I'm saying, from the beginning, you don't release your power. You don't. So they played a part in the destruction, because they laid out a false narrative of how they wanted this shit to go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's gonna be sweet to me, and I'm gonna be all into him. And no, I'm about to do my own thing. You do your own thing, but we're gonna respect each other, and we're gonna love each other. We don't love each other and respect each other, then what the hell we doing? Life's too short. I don't care what you got. Keep it. Because, hey, I belong to the Almighty. He takes care of my needs. He makes sure I don't go broke. He makes sure that I stay fed. You know what I'm saying? So I've never relied, way back when, until I learned my lesson. But I don't rely on a man to do stuff. You don't want to do it, then why you here? You know what I'm saying? Why you here?
Yeah.
And I don't need no daddy. I've had one of those. You gonna be a real man, then show up.
Okay. Let's talk about. I don't know whether you catch and whether you caught the life of Marsau, where he literally was showing us the house he's building. He was showing us the concrete filling, and I was like, okay. He went live and was showing us all this, and I was like, what's the need for you showing us all this? You haven't built your house. Why do you need to show us concrete fillings or whatever? I'm like, be honest with. I say I'm tired of the Scots and what's the name of their company again? This Schultz or Scott. I'm tired of them coming to our faces, lying and thinking that we all watching the shows are babies, children, or we don't know what the show is all about. I literally know what the show is all about. And you say you're a contractor, and we don't really. I haven't seen you in that element of being a contractor for once. So why did you have to go live? Latisha did the same thing last week Sunday. She went live. Was it last week Sunday? She went live to show us the construction of the house.
Yeah.
Then he's going this week again, showing us the life, going live and trying to show us that they've started building something. And I'm like, that's not what we want. Tell us about how you are handling your money issues, how you said you've built so many houses. Where are the so many houses you've built? What are the courts, the lawsuits that you have? Tell us about that. Don't come and show me about concrete concrete being thrown in on the floor. Am I even sure that probably that is you building that land, or you developing that land, or you're just using it for props? Or is your friend? I don't trust you again. I don't trust them again. So I'm literally tired of them doing this. And for him to go on Instagram live and do that, I'm like, I'm over it.
Right. You know, if he want to impress me, build the damn house. You know,
Exactly.
just build a house. You ain't got to show me nothing besides you handing your wife the keys, y'all driving up, and you said, baby, it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Build the damn house for
Yeah.
once. Like,
Yeah.
just build the damn house.
Yeah. I mean, is it their property though?
I He didn't specify, so I don't know. He didn't say, you know. Marsau is always like he always drops something, but don't he doesn't drop it to the full, and he leaves the rest for you to imagine it yourself. He didn't really say, but I'm like, why did you do that? But there was something that he said on that live I wanted to talk about, especially was that he called out Miss Wanda. We know that Miss Wanda has been going on a rant on YouTube live, coming for Kiki, coming for the family, saying trash about her own family. Very disappointing for that matter. For you to come outside and talk about your family in that live, Miss Wanda is not trusted anyway. She has been coming for her family members, especially Kiki and Kiki's father, and it has been going on. I think all throughout last 2 weeks, she literally was on like YouTube live trying to like. I'm like, it's not worth it. That's your family member. That's your brother. You're talking about like that. If you cannot stand by your family, who are you gonna stand for?
Right.
You can't stand for me if you can't stand for your family. If
True.
if you can't stand for your own family, I can't trust you. If you can sit down, put on you think you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, today I'm gonna go on YouTube live. I'm gonna set up my camera, I'm gonna sit in front of my camera, and I'm gonna talk trash about my own brother from the same from the same mother and same father. I'm gonna talk trash about him, talk trash about his kids. I literally don't want to have anything to do with you.
Right.
You don't look at like a genuine person, because if you can do that to your own brother, that means you can do the worst to me. If you feel like I'm going in a way you don't like, you can certainly do the worst to me. And so she has been going on that YouTube live talking things. So he came on live and was like, he literally called her, man, this family is dysfunctional. He called her a cockroach on the live.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, as much as I know that Miss Wanda has been behaving somehow, and I know she kind of deserves it, but I'm like, isn't she your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to insult my mother-in-law because she has been like a tyrant online, I don't think I would be calling her a cockroach on Instagram with a lot of people watching, people literally waiting for you to slip up. You did call her that. Like, I was like, this family, it just made me realize that that whole family, they don't have respect for each other.
No, it
They
doesn't.
only do things to benefit themselves, nothing else.
I
Right.
blame Tisha.
Yeah. There you go.
I blame that Tisha is the orchestrator of all of that.
Yeah.
And that's why he does not want to be with her, because she don't hold her mother accountable. You know what I'm saying? I believe that she's the one that be putting the battery in her mother back. She's the one that give her mother the information to harass, Marsau. I believe that, the mother raised Tisha to be divisive just like that. And that's the because Tisha don't have a mind or a personality of her own. She adopts personalities and thoughts from everybody else.
And she
Yeah, so
easily
she
persuaded.
yeah she's empty. Tisha's empty inside.
Yeah, it seems like she's really easily persuaded. You know, like the time with Marcel, they supposedly had a picture of his back or something, and she came up there to black, and she was decked out, and then she was like, "Get in the car, I need to talk to you." You know, once she, she felt like she had her evidence. I thought something was gonna happen, like, and nothing happened, and I'm like, what? Huh? Nah, hold him accountable to this shit. You I didn't get it, but I was like, okay, she's soft. You know what I'm saying? She's soft. That's all I could say.
She just want the title of being married at any cost.
Baby. Not
At
if
any
somebody's gonna make
cost.
a fool out of me. No, thank you. No,
But
thank
she's married though.
you. I don't care.
Team wife.
I,
Oh my God, team wife.
She's
Oh,
an idiot. She's a
but
real idiot.
at
She's
what cost?
embarrassing. I know Marsau was embarrassed to have her as a wife. And she's embarrassing.
wow.
But
But
at
we,
what cost?
oh, go ahead.
At what cost will you be like that? Because that's the thing. Because as much as I say Miss Wanda literally overstepped her boundaries with Kiki and the insult and the shade she was throwing to Kiki and her father, I still felt like as a mother-in-law to Marsau shouldn't have gone that low in saying those things about her. But I also thought about it that in this life, if there's a saying, they say in my own place, they say if you don't give somebody and if you give somebody allow, they will surely take allowance.
Okay.
So I feel like she has given, like, there's absolutely no respect within themselves. So as that respect is not there, they do anything they want to do. They literally go around abusing and shading each other. Because why would you decide to come online and call your mother-in-law that, even if she has done something bad, or she has been really, you know acting irrational. I know that my own family is not perfect.
No.
Family isn't perfect. I know that sometimes you think and you be like, your own family will be like, I'm just looking at you with side eye, like I'm looking at you one side eye. But I still believe something as a family. If there's something that you feel like this person is doing and is wrong, you call the person indoors by yourself, nobody else, and you condemn the person and say, this thing you did didn't make sense. It shouldn't happen again. Let's move on from this. But if I go outside and start condemning my own family member, irrespective of whatever they have done or whatever thing has been said about them, it's like I understand now why they behave how they behave. I understand why Miss Wanda behave. Like, I know that Miss Wanda is doing all these things, ranting online just to get her slot back on Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is possible. But you see, the whole family, I think at this stage, they should scrap Miss Wanda in church. She's already scrapped. They should scrap Latisha out of the show, scrap Marsau out of the show, even Kiki herself to be scrapped out of the show, because I'm tired of hearing their family issues. I'm tired of them airing their family laundry outside. But the main issues, the financial part and every other part, they won't want to air it. But if it's to come outside insulting, throwing shade, they will do that. Don't come and be throwing shade and insulting without telling us the info, or diving deep about your family. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in your family drama. Every family has drama. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in what exactly is going on in your life. But they won't want to give that. Instead, they want to, cover it up with all the dramas. This one is
Exactly.
fighting with this. This one is fighting with this. Like, if I want to watch a fighting show, I would subscribe to Zeus. I would
And
subscribe to Zeus. They literally fight there like every day. There's a show. They're exchanging blows every day. I would literally subscribe to Zeus, but I'm on Love or Married. It's called Love or Marriage. Someone asked this thing. Let me just divert a little bit. Someone asked something saying, if Martell is to bring his his women on the show, is this still going to be called Love and Marriage Huntsville?
I, I don't know. You know, but that they might as well just give Martell his own show. Shit. You know, like who wants to kick it with Martell? You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you doing is kicking it.
Who wants to kick it with Martell?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, come on the show. You could
That
come and kick it
that's a
with
nice
Martell.
name.
You could kick it on the date, in the bed, whatever. You know, come kick it with Martell. They need to give him his own show.
Wow.
I call it Martell's Stable of Horrors.
The stable of
It's
wars. Oh God.
it's a nice name. Kicking it with Martell. Like I'm like, if he brings his women on the show, like it has totally. We have been complaining that Love and Marriage has deviated from the concept of the show. Him now bringing all the women in his life, it has totally deviated. So they can, as well as if they want to make Martell the star of the show, because I feel like he's jealous that Melody is the star of the show. And Melody has the favorite people. Melody is the favorite, the fan favorite, the most loved. You know, everybody loves Melody. Everybody wants to. But Melody brings out something today. Everybody's rushing to get it. Everybody's rushing to buy it. Everybody's celebrating her always, and especially now that she has gotten her name changed. Like she's now back to herself. I feel like the jealousy is becoming terrible for Martell. So he's like, man, I need to remove the spotlight from this lady. I need to remove the spotlight from Melody. I need the spotlight on me. He's pissed off that the spotlight is not on him.
He need to take that spotlight off of him. You see how he looks so aged and beaten? Like it's like he aged like 20 years.
Wow.
He looks so weathered. I'm like, look at his face. Like when he's standing next to Arionne, I'm like, his face looks so old. Like she with an old man.
Isn't he older than her? Or they
Yeah,
just
but
the same
he
age?
looks like an old man. He like 60 years old in the face. Like his whole face is hanging, like it's sagging.
Mm.
Oh, why wouldn't he be hanging? Like all his businesses has failed. Everything he touches with his hands literally doesn't prosper. And he doesn't have the best business sense. I'm sorry to say. But Martell doesn't have any good business sense, because he started with Ines Wine. I don't know whether we've heard of it again. I just hear it in names, but I don't think it's still in stores itself. We don't hear of Ines Wine again. It's not available. Even the suits line he brought out, I don't know. Has anybody heard about it? Has anybody bought the suit? If anybody has bought the suit, please comment on the comment section. I want to know, because I've literally not heard anybody saying they bought the suit or they heard about the suit. He only posted about that suit once on his Instagram. By the way, I don't even know what he posted on his Instagram because he blocked me. And I didn't offend him. I've never talked I've never talked bad about him on Instagram. I have never commented on his page. Probably he saw my YouTube channel and he went and blocked me on Instagram. I can't see anything on his page, so I literally have to peep through somebody else's Instagram page to know what is going on. He only posted that once on his
But
page. So, yeah, go on.
when he went in that meeting with that guy, I forgot the guy name. But when he did the meeting with the guy, didn't the guy
Yeah,
tell him that he needed like a certain amount of money and Martell
the
ain't got no damn
100K.
money?
Oh, I'm sure Carlos would have fronted him the money.
How much money the guy asked for?
100K.
Right. Carlos ain't footing out that bill if he had to get that lady Belinda to pay $28,000 for a piece of land.
Wow.
Like, 28,000, 100,000. That's way more than, like, I don't think Carlos is footing that bill. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But Martell, you say he ain't got no business sense. Martell ain't got no damn sense at all. He left Melody for a unlicensed hairdresser.
Wow, that's crazy.
He ain't got no damn sense.
Well, I don't know what she did for a living, but she just seems unbalanced.
Very, very unbalanced.
She just seems totally unbalanced because I've seen, some of her little lives and everything. And, she just, the way she talks and her movement, and I'm looking at the body language and I'm like, okay, this girl's like,
She's special ed.
yeah, she's like unbalanced. Like, how old is she? Why would, and I think she's an attractive young lady. Why would you fall for the okie doke? Why would you mess with somebody's husband?
She's special ed. He's special ed too.
You know?
And the way she be wishing to be his wife, like the way she's like pushing to be the wife, and I'm like, didn't you see the way he treated his first wife? Why would you want to put
Exactly.
yourself in that same position? Because if I was Arionne, I will run away. The way a man treats his first wife will literally show you how he's going to treat you. I'm sorry.
True that.
If I see a man treating a woman the way Martell did treat Melody, the way the gaslighting, the lies, the tantrums, the annoyance, the revenge, everything he has put Melody through, you literally watched all those things happen in real life, in real time. It's not like
Yeah.
you were told
Yeah.
and you decided, okay, fine, I still want to be in this relationship. There must be something wrong with you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's just like being a slave and then what, you want another slave owner? You know?
When she was talking, and you see how her mouth was shaped. You ever heard of thought mouth?
No.
I was like, yo, I could actually see like her mouth look like that's all she does.
Oh,
It was kind of scary for me. I said, this girl is like, what do you call it? Like she was being trafficked or something, but just to him, like, as his slave, as his,
oh,
sex
Oh,
slave.
oh wow. Ooh. I mean,
oh.
I don't know, but
But
after
the thing
looking
that
at
she
how
doesn't
he
realize,
yeah, after looking
you
at
were
how
saying
he,
something.
go ahead back.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that after looking at how he treated Mel, you know, why be in Mel's shoes? I wouldn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the price is. I'm not gonna be there. You know, because
Maybe
she's
she's delusional. Maybe she's delusional enough to think that, okay, this guy is still sticking up with me. He's still supporting me. He's still there for me. He always, like the way he's always supporting her. She feels that it is love. And maybe when they get married, he's going to treat her better than he treated Mel. Like he's so much in love with her than he's in love with Mel. I'm sorry, baby girl, you're going to be shocked because Martell loves nobody but himself.
exactly. I was just gonna say that himself.
He loves nobody but himself.
Yeah.
Nobody. He's just with you because of what he can get from you.
Mm-hmm.
He's just every I've watched the friendship and noticed that I don't know whether you've noticed it. All Martel's friends, anybody he associates himself with and says, this is my friend, I have noticed that all of them are opportunists. I'm sorry to say.
Mm.
Destiny, an opportunist. Um, Miss Belinda, I don't know whether we call that a friendship or girlfriend. I don't know. She's also an opportunist. Every friend that Martell has said, this is my friend. If you watch their attitude and their characters, they've literally shown characteristics of being an opportunist. They've never really had genuine friendship for somebody, except if they are getting something from you.
Mm-hmm.
Even I don't even trust Destiny's friendship with Miss Belinda because it seems like she's gaining more from the friendship than anything. Because now she's in the new reality TV show that the lady is bringing out. I feel like she's gaining more from the ladies' friendship, and I feel like that will come I feel like that will bite her in the ass, because people like that stay with you because of what they want to gain.
Mm-hmm.
When they are done gaining what they want to gain from you, what they want to gain from you, it's over. They leave you
Mm-hmm.
because you're useless to them now, and they leave you. And I feel like that lady is going to suffer the same thing, because I also feel like Destiny tried to gain something from Melody until Melody realized that, man, I'm not going to allow you use me and make a joke about me, and I'm just going to take a step back from the relationship. And that people, so many people say how the switch from Destiny being close to Melody and her being enemies is because she was never really in her mind. She was never really her friend.
Right. Well, you know what? Look, once I find out you done been over my ex's house, and you supposed to be my homie, right? And you over at my ex's house, and you had his little photo shoots, and you know, y'all be having dinners and late night woo woo, whatever. I'm done. I have no use for you in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why Melody cut her off. It seemed like she was more Martell's friend than Destiny's. And then again, see, I'm going to blame it back on Melody because look, I'm not the type of chick where I'm going to have my dude have a best friend or a friend who's a female. Negative. Nope. Not happening here. Not with me. No. That's just like, how would you like it if I had male friends? See, I don't think you would like that. See what I'm saying? So you're not going to pull that
Yeah.
on me, not unless you want me to pull it back on you. Because, see, I play the game dirty. See, that's why nobody ever plays with me. Because they know. I
You gotta.
set up my standards and my perimeters, and you cross it, and you act like you want to cross it, and you act like you want to toy and play with me. Okay, game on. I'm up for the challenge. So I gotta blame that on her because she should have been like, nah. If you're gonna be a friend, you're gonna be my friend. You ain't gonna be his and my friend.
I think that Melody pulled back to watch Destiny smoke herself out, and she did.
Yes.
She let Destiny hang herself. Like she wasn't going to cut Destiny off. She just pulled back, and then that's when Destiny became haywire. It was like, does she know? Doesn't she know? Does she know that you like she was a plant. She was a plant that was put there by Martell, and she wanted to make sure Destiny was who she said she was. And Destiny didn't understand whether Melody found out or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's how everything came out. And I was like, that was a good job, Mel. Bravo to you.
Right. Right. That's you gotta watch your circle.
And that's how she did it. And I was like, that was good. Like, because I was like, well, what happened? And Destiny told on herself. I was like, oh, she peaked game. And the kids was telling Mel how they didn't like Destiny watching them. I was like, and the kids know. The kids know.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess that was like, Mel's cue. Like that lady must not be, you know what I'm saying, who she say she is. Why? Because usually like the kids be like, oh, I love her, da, da, da. Destiny was only there just to fucking, excuse my language, just to watch Mel.
Right.
But I'm gonna hop off. Thank you for letting me up. I'm gonna hop off, all right? Good night.
All right. Good night. You have a good one, love.
I didn't expect for us to talk this long, actually. So it's been really fun having this chat. We'll be going out very soon, but don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate if you click on the subscription button, like this video, guys. Like this video and subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very, very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys on Sunday for the new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and also Love and Marriage Detroit is also starting. So I think we're gonna have the chats of both of them the same time. All right, now guys, see you guys later.
All right. See you later, love. You take care, Queen.